G'day guys, my name's Char. Welcome back to another video. Today guys, I am going to be doing my 4K Q&A. I asked you guys on Twitter if you could give me some questions, and I kind of asked on YouTube, but not that much. You know, I mostly use Twitter, so most people replied to me on there. But I do have about 12 questions for you guys that, well, that you asked me, and I'm going to answer for you. So I guess I'll go straight from the top here. First of all, from Jen himself, how did you meet Jennison? Now, this is a question I get asked pretty much all the time. How did I meet Jen? How did we end up becoming friends? And all this other stuff. Now, a few years ago, I used to play on a prison server that was called UnionMC, and I kind of started on there and it became quite a big series for me. At the time, it was probably my biggest series, my best prison series that I have ever done. Without a doubt, one of the most interesting, and like, I played that server, like, not just as a server to record on. I played that server all the time as a prison series that I just generally enjoy playing on. And there was only 2 people who had YouTube rank on there, and one of them was me, and one of them was Jen. Now, I kind of knew of Jen from obviously the staff telling me, you know, there's another YouTuber, he's called Jennison, and so I looked up his channel and checked his channel out, and his content was honestly immensely great. Like, it was insane. So, I don't know, like, at no point did I ever really expect to be in a position where I'd ever talk to him. Like, we just kind of did our own thing. Like, I did my series, he did his, we were on and off. We never really were on at the same time a lot, because I think he had a job at the time. Like, he was working an apprenticeship and all of this, and he just wasn't really on when I was at the time, and I was at school too, so we were just kind of backwards on times. And basically what happened from that is, like, I don't know, one day we bumped into each other, like, we actually saw each other on the server, and he was like, hey, want to record this PvP clip with me? And I was like, I mean, sure, why not? It's cool content, you know, I'll go for that. And we recorded some PvP together, and after we did that recording, no joke, we literally sat and talked for like 8 hours or something stupid like that. Like, with the other, like, one of the admins at the time of the server, we all just sat in a channel, and we were just chatting and having a great time, and yeah, we kind of became friends from that. And we spoke a little bit after that, but then I think we kind of lost touch along the way from just doing other things. I don't really know. We were both kind of doing other series then after that, and we kind of lost contact a bit. But then kind of like near the end of last year, I was playing a lot of Rocket League, and he got into Rocket League as well, so we'd kind of like talk to play Rocket League, and then wouldn't really talk after that. But then Jen kind of started coming in my Discord a lot more, like, to play Rocket League with us, and then it just kind of became part of the group. I mean, we just all played Rocket League together and had a great time, and we all became really good friends from that. So yeah, that's pretty much the story of how I became friends with Jen, so woo! By the way, I know the other question people are going to ask is, have I actually met him? I haven't met him, no, but I am meeting him in August, like twice, because we're going to go to a festival, with some other people, and he's also coming to mine for like a barbecue house party thing, so yeah, pretty much that. Second question we have here is, I'm not good at questions, but can you put this tweet in the video anyway, from Trav? Of course, Trav, you're my dude. I've known you for a really long time. Go and check his channel out, Spyro vs. Crash. Hashtag sub to Trav, so we'll just throw that in there. Number 3, do your parents support you in your path of YouTube, and do they know about your channel? That one was from What the FU. Yes, they do, and I think sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. When, like, now they really want me to just kind of get a job because they don't understand, like, what I'm doing with the blog and YouTube. Like, they know I make money off it, and they know that, like, it is a hobby I've had for a really long time, and they've seen the number that I've kind of gained on YouTube and the subscribers, and just like how we've done stuff with the blog and the merchandise. I think my mom is probably more supportive of it than my dad. I think my dad's just kind of like, I mean, just get a job and go out, let's stop doing stuff on your computer. Like, I think my mom's probably more supportive of it, but I mean, at the end of the day, my dad's still kind of proud of what I'm doing. He just sometimes doesn't know how to show it very well. So the next question I have is from GD. Why haven't you had the Carolina Reapers I sent you? To be honest, when I was gonna go and finally eat them, they'd already gone off, so I had to throw them in the bin, dude. I'm really sorry. They actually went off. I didn't realize they didn't actually last as long as... I thought they lasted at least like another year, or at least somewhere in this year, but they'd gone off by like the end of last year, which kind of sucks. So I'll have to make that up to you, dude. I'll definitely eat some more at some point. I don't know when though. Don't expect me to eat some in August. I'm not doing that. Alright, next question is, who inspired you to do YouTube, and what tips do you have for newer YouTubers? That one comes in from Reese. Now, honestly, I don't really know why I started YouTube. I don't remember exactly why I did it, what inspired me. I think I just seen videos and I was like, hey, I want to try that out too, and I did. As far as like they didn't really inspire me to do YouTube from the start, but a lot of my inspiration for Minecraft videos in particular did actually come from Grape Applesauce. I don't know if you know him. He's really blown up over the past few years, but the time that I kind of knew him and subscribed to him, he had like literally just under 1,000 subscribers. He ran this really tiny server for his subs called Grapplecraft, and all of this stuff. And I did actually get to speak to him once or twice actually, because he had a TeamSpeak for the server, and he came into the public room and just kind of sat and spoke to everyone, which was really cool of him. I remember he complimented my building skills at the time, so that was pretty freaking cool. But a lot of the stuff that I bought in my earlier setup, like my mic, my keyboard, and my mouse, were actually inspired from his setup, because I thought, you know, this guy's doing well for himself, this is what he uses, so clearly these things work out. So I don't actually use a lot of that stuff now. I still use the mouse that he uses, or at least the Chroma version of it. I swapped my keyboard and I swapped my mic since then, but I'm not saying that, you know, those things I used before weren't good. They were great, and they were great for what I did, so that was pretty freaking awesome. The next question I have is from Dev, and why did you decide on joining Blackshaw? Now, I was with a network called Paragon before, and before that I was actually with RPM or Maker Studios, and they had me in a lock-in contract, but because at the time that I signed it I was underage, you know, I got out of that. I joined Paragon, and Paragon were really great to me. You know, Sebastian got me out of RPM. He did a lot for me, and I really will always appreciate everything he's done. But I just didn't feel like Paragon had enough, like, content creator support, like, personally, whereas Blackshaw, you know, Mitch takes the time occasionally, you know, out of his really busy day to kind of give people, like, special advice just based on their channel. You know, there's a lot more feedback and a lot more support in the Blackshaw network. On top of that, you know, it really helps to have the extra revenue from it, actually. I used to be on a 50-50 split with my revenue, and now Blackshaw is giving me 75% of it, which is a lot more when you think about it. 25% of a decent chunk of money, which I don't make a lot, guys. I'm just gonna throw that. I don't make a lot of money. You know, I could probably go and get a job and make more money than I do on YouTube, but it's a hobby for me, so I enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, Blackshaw just had more connectivity to it. It was a lot more community friendly, and I was really just more interested in kind of connecting with more content creators on here, so it really just worked out a lot better for me in pretty much every aspect that I was interested in a network for, so yeah. Right, rock, paper, or scissors from Jackson. Dude, it's gotta be rock, because you can carve stuff with a rock. You can just carve stuff on the floor in the concrete with a rock, so you can draw with it. I mean, you could smash things with a rock, so you don't need paper because you carve it in the floor, and you don't need scissors because you can just smash it, so you don't need to cut it. So it's win-win right there. And next question is, what's your favorite game apart from Minecraft from the Hitman Miner? That's a tough one because I have a lot of games that I play, but I would honestly say, I'm gonna say franchise rather than game, because the games within this franchise are some of my favorites. So I'm gonna have to say, like, the Fallout and the Elder Scrolls franchise from Bethesda are probably my favorite games, because they are absolutely insane. Like, if we're going throwback style, some of my favorite games are like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot and like Rayman and stuff like that. Like, those are the best throwback games. But like recent games over the years, Elder Scrolls, Fallout franchise, some of my favorite games right there. Alright, next question is, what type of videos did you make to get your first 100 subscribers from Make Poet? Now, I don't actually really remember how I got my first subs, like 100 subs. I have my 100 sub special, but I don't actually talk about what I did. But as far as I know, I remember doing an SMP server called Conflicted SMP, and I got invited into that when I had about 40 subs. And I did a little bit, I mostly did survival from what I remember. I remember I recorded some survival on a server I really played on, I recorded some survival on Conflicted SMP, and then I think I did a little bit of like adventure maps and stuff when I first kind of started, so that was really fun. But that's kind of what I think I did, and then from that I did like Blitz survival games on Hypixel. That was a really big series for me, so that was pretty fun. Alright, so the next question I have is, why did you decide to get into YouTube from Labrador Blue? Again, I don't really know. I just, like, it's a kind of repetitive question, I guess, in a way, because I've kind of answered this, but I don't really remember why I got into YouTube. It just kind of happened. I saw people doing it, and I thought, hey, I'm interested in that. I might as well try it too, so I kind of just went ahead and did it. So, I mean, I just learned what I needed to get, what I needed to do to kind of get to a position where I would come across as a semi-decent YouTuber, I guess. The next question is, are you gonna be doing, or are you doing YouTube full-time from Myths? technically, at the moment, I don't have a job, so I guess YouTube is my full-time job right now. It would probably be a lot more beneficial if I had a job. I'm trying to get a job. It's just very difficult in the area that I live in. It is a very heavily, like, built-up retail area, which makes you think, oh, there's more jobs. No, that just means there's more people going for more jobs. It's insane here. So, yeah, but I would love to have YouTube as a job, but at the same time, I would feel like it would ruin the hobby for me. If it became an opportunity, I would love to see what it would be like, though. I'm definitely not going to shoot the opportunity down. And the last question is, how did you meet your best friends like Jen, Josh, and Glad? And that one is from ZOZ3. Now, obviously, at the start of the video, I did actually explain how I became friends with Jen, so I'm not going to explain that story all over again. But as far as, like, Josh and Glad, well, Josh, I just kind of met through, I ran an SMP called Acolyte at the time, and he was on a server that was like run by the people who run Juxcraft, which was a really big Minecraft charity at the time, and they had an SMP, but they were planning to close their SMP down to do other stuff with the charity, and the owner of that came to us and said, hey, I really want my guys from Juxcraft to have a place to be able to play survival. Would you guys mind taking them in? And we were like, sure, I mean, they can merge with us, we're totally cool with that. And a lot of them did YouTube anyway, so it worked out pretty well. And from that, like, out of all that group, Josh kind of sticked around for a while. Like, he was probably the only one who really, like, sticked with that group. And he just kind of came with us. Like, after Acolyte ended, he was just kind of there with us in the group. So, yeah, I've just known him for, like, at least, like, 2 years now? A year? 2 years? Maybe 2. I don't really know. It's been a really long time, but yeah, that's how I met Josh. I've known him for a while. Glad I've actually only known in the past few months since doing Skybounds, but I met her through the team I used to be in on Robots with Aussie Joker and that lot. Well, it was Aussie Joker and his team, and they let me on the team, and Glad was in the team, and at first I actually really didn't, like, I did not like her, but at first I was like, who is this person? Why are they going around killing everyone? Because Glad really wanted to kill Josh for some reason. I don't know why, but she didn't like Josh at first because she thought she thought he was a little bit mouthy, and so she wanted to kill him to prove a point. And I really, like, begged her not to kill him because I really wanted to go out in the war zone with him. And then I don't know, I just started talking to her through that, and then she kind of, as that team kind of disbanded, she kind of like flew into our group a little bit, and we kind of just took her in, and yeah, now she's like one of my best friends, so that's pretty freaking awesome. So that's how I met all of those guys. But guys, that is the end of the 4K Q&A. Hopefully a lot of questions that you guys wanted to ask have been answered in this video. Thank you so much for bringing in your questions for this 4K Q&A. I really appreciate it, and just once again, thank you for 4K. We're nearly at 4.2K already, which is absolutely insane. So thank you to every single person who has subscribed and supported all of my videos recently. They have been doing absolutely insane, and I'm just so happy and motivated to see it just kind of going really well right now. So yeah, once again, thank you. If you did enjoy this video, if you could smash a like on it, that'd be much appreciated. Guys, I will see you in my next video.